What is going on, guys? Hope everyone's having a fantastic day. It seems like it's been a while, but it really hasn't. It's been a day. I didn't have any content the other day, but I do appreciate everybody with their patience. Had a lot of stuff to do. Sometimes life does get in the way of things. We are back on track. And I want to really go back to Jordan Davis, the defensive lineman from Georgia, and how much of a fan I am of him. I've been studying a lot on him. I've been literally going over film after film after film on Jordan Davis, and is he going to have a rough start going into the NFL? I don't think he's going to, guys. I think when it comes down to Jordan Davis's physicality, and obviously, even look at some of, a lot of teams do double him. Georgia did use him more of a run stuffer than a pass rusher. Hence, he was overweight at 365 last year, and I think the draft just tried to make him look really bad. I think this is the pick I always wanted. One of the picks. I said for at least the Eagles to get a defensive lineman. First, it was an edge rusher, and then when I watched more of Jordan Davis and Devontae White, I kind of wanted one of those Georgia defensive tackles regardless. And I got to say, Jordan Davis, this is why you draft Jordan Davis, okay? Guys are going to double. I mean, I don't know if they're going to triple him in the NFL. I mean, you never know. It still happens. But it's going to open up for these linebackers to shoot a gap and get in the backfield and be disruptive. And you're very high on guys like Nakobe Dean, which is a top 17 prospect in the draft. Kaiser White, free agent off of the Chargers, that didn't want to go back to the Chargers, that was has a Super Bowl contending team this year. And then obviously having TJ Edwards that has played solid the past couple years. So, and TJ Edwards finally got his chance after Jim Schwartz kind of left, and we saw the potential in him as an undrafted guy. We saw the potential over the years, but Jim Schwartz did not play. He played veteran favoritism, and he didn't get much playing time. So I'm glad that this linebacker core is totally turned around. I mean, you got Jacoby Stevens, going to his second year. I mean, there's some guys in the background maybe make some noise. Davion Taylor, third round pick at UCF, another guy that Colorado, I should say. Sorry, another guy that has shown some real good promise and has shown to be a nice outside linebacker, complimentary to TJ Edwards, but obviously, just been hurt too many times. I think having Jordan Davis in here, and look, you never know what's going to happen, guys. I mean, there could be something where Jordan Davis might be way too valuable this year. He might actually start. You never know. Maybe during the year they'll actually move Fletch next to Milton Williams with the second rotation and move Jordan Davis up next to Hargrave, have Graham next to Jordan Davis, and have obviously Reddick next to Javon Hargrave. So it could actually happen. It could happen. And I've been a big fan of this pick ever since we drafted him. I'm not having any doubts. I'm not worried about it. I think any type of fans really come up with excuses on why some of these guys won't play well. And I think it's just more durability, just because Jordan Davis wasn't a 3-down defensive tackle and took plays off, and everyone thinks he's lazy, and everyone thinks that the Eagles gave up way too much for him, which I obviously don't think they did. I mean, how he was aggressive in this draft. I mean, if he's not aggressive, people are going to complain. If he's too aggressive, we gave too much up. I mean, which one is it going to be, guys? I mean, people need to respect Howie Roseman for what he did in this draft and the aggressive move. Yeah, you gave up a few picks for him, but who gives a crap? I don't even care about the day 3 picks. We've had day 3 picks for too long. Time to be aggressive, time to change things up, and the Eagles jumped in front of the Ravens to get Jordan Davis, which I thought it was a fantastic move because the Ravens were going to pick him up. Okay. Now, I don't know what they're going to do. Is Jordan Davis going to be a standalone type defensive tackle? Will they move him to defensive end just as a complimentary pass rusher? I mean, I don't know. I don't see it happening with him, but I wouldn't put it past the Eagles that they're going to try and maneuver him, have him maneuver around the line a little bit and try to move around if that's the case. I mean, we'll see, but I mean, I think they just want to put him just in one spot for now. And I think he's going to be a fast learner, guys. I think, number one, he's dropped weight. I don't even think he's 340. Went to the combine at 340 pounds. I think he's probably down to 330 at this point, maybe even lower. Who knows? Because even watching rookie minicamp, I thought Jordan Davis actually looked really good, really fast. He was running around those bags like that. He looked really good, guys. I mean, I think it's really the only issue I'm going to have with Jordan Davis is the Eagles have to maintain his weight, and I think if he doesn't maintain his weight, he's going to lose his explosiveness, and he's going to go down a really bad stretch, and it's going to be a wasted pick at the end of the day. But I think this was my favorite pick of the draft. Obviously, A.J. Brown was the big acquisition, so my favorite trade and my favorite pick of this draft, I got to say Jordan Davis, even though I love Nakobe Dean in the third round. But I'm a defensive line type of guy, and I've always played that position since I was in Pee Wee. So to college. So now, that's one of my favorite positions. And getting a guy like this at 6'6", 340, whatever, 330, whatever he is right now, with the explosiveness that he does have. And usually these guys that have these outrageous metrics and these guys that come out, they usually don't pan out. They get overhyped. They don't pan out. And when you're too excited about metrics, this is what happens. But I don't think that's the case. I think Jordan Davis is actually going to be productive. Am I guaranteeing you it? Yeah, I am. I think he's going to do a lot better than everyone thinks he's going to, and Jonathan Gannon is going to take the leash off Jordan Davis. I mean, the leash is coming off, and this dog is barking, and he's hungry, and he's ready to get after it. That's what I think is going to happen. He is going to be a pass rusher at day one. They are not going to use him on situations. They are going to let him attack, pin his ears back, and attack, and that's the way they're going to do it. Depending on the scheme, obviously, and if they're moving to a 3-4, 4-3, 3-4, I mean, just depends what they're doing and how many linebackers they keep it on the field at the end of the day. You know what I mean? So I have a lot of high praise for Jordan Davis. This is why you draft a guy like this. Even if he's taking on 2 to 3 blocks in a game, who gives a crap? He's doing his job. Okay, he's doing his job, and someone else has to make the play. Now, if no one else makes the play, then, yeah, that's on us. That's on the other players on that defensive line. That's on the linebackers. Or it's on Jonathan Gannon for not blitzing or not putting these guys in the right position to win football games. Because, he promised us he didn't want to set these players up for failure last year. But theoretically he did, because I figured, they gave too many quarterbacks way too much respect. You didn't blitz, you barely. And then when you did, sometimes it didn't even work. I mean, you watch the game from the side on TV and you're kind of looking. You see the guys blitz and then you see nothing get through that line. So you have to take into account Jordan Davis is going to be next to Milton Williams. And I think Jordan Davis is going to be a big help to Milton Williams. And just think of the mentorship that these guys are going to have, especially for Jordan Davis with Fletcher Cox and obviously having Javon Hargrave here, which I think Hargrave will be more of a re-sign candidate. And some of these guys on the defensive line, I think he's going to learn real quick. I think he's going to come out the gate with a sack the first game, a couple sacks the first game. I think he's going to do really well. I do. I think this guy can get 8 to 9 sacks this year. I think he can get 8 to 9, or he can get double digit. I honestly think he could do a lot more than we know. Do I know that 100%? No, but I feel really good about Jordan Davis going into this year. I look at a metric of work that Jordan Davis has put in, from what Georgia did with him to what the Eagles are going to do with him now. Okay, and I think the Eagles are going to make him more dangerous than Georgia ever has put him in a certain situation where he was more of a good run stuffer, and that was pretty much it. It didn't really use him up on anything else. In the NFL for the Philadelphia Eagles, yeah, this guy is not taking a play off. Obviously, this is a rotation, so he'll be with the second rotation. Then obviously by the 2023 season next year, he'll be a starter. You know what I mean? So I think there's a lot of good things to take out of it, guys. I really do. I mean, Jordan Davis, I've talked about him a lot since before the combine, after the combine, and then, after we drafted him, I've been in love with this guy. Pause, but you know what I mean? So let me know what you guys think about Jordan Davis. Do you think he's going to be a steal? Do you think he's going to work out? Do you think he's going to be a failure? Do you think he's going to be a big bust, that the Eagles were way too excited about his metrics and it's going to be just a bust pick at the end of the day? I just want to hear your thoughts on that, and just let me know in the comment section below. I'd love to hear you guys, talk about these certain situations with some of these players and what they're going into. This is the first round pick defensive tackle that I wanted, and we got him. So other than that, guys, that's pretty much it. I'll see you guys on the next one. SHAKESQUAD up, follow, slide. Peace out, guys. Peace.